I.O.W. Sports. I.O.W. Sports. I.O.W. Sports.
All right, we had some technical difficulty, but we up in here.
We surely is here.
we here.
I know, man.
Intro act like it didn't want to work.
Yeah, it ain't all janky here, but it's all good. Where there we go. Got some guitar playing.
I.O.W. Sports.
I.O.W. Sports. It's your boy Wild Come on in the building. Of course, you got that man with the Grand Master Plan, the I.O.W. Network, Detroit Mel in the building. What's good, big bro? How you doing?
What's happening, bro? What's happening?
Yeah, go on over to www.ioftenwonder19.com, and that's where you can get all the information and anything I.O.W. Network related, from shows from I.O.W. Sports, as you see here every Monday and Thursday,
All right.
3 p.m. Mr. Standard Time,
All right.
Late Night Owl Edition,
All right.
every midnight, Monday through Friday. I.O.W. Network taking over. I Often Wonder is the podcast. Yeah. Anyway, I'm bugging out.
Yes.
No, literally. Thank you to everybody for all the support. Everybody involved with the I.O.W. Network, the whole roster, everybody. Bringing in content. We appreciate everything. But
Right.
Hey, we got the merch. I like that little commercial you put together. We got for the merch.
Oh, appreciate you.
Yeah, so it's on Bonfire. It's part of the J. Edward collection. So type that in. You go get some of the merch.
You just click on the link. All right, gotta say, you just click on the link.
Click on the link. Yeah. So
See the commercial? Click them.
yeah. But we here talking sports like we normally do every Monday and Thursday.
All right.
As you can see, I'm rocking the Kobe face today, the Black Mamba. So, I'm a Lakers head, most importantly. But I am not one of these people who are saying that, there's nothing to worry about. I am worried.
So you worried, huh?
Oh, my Laker panic meter has already gone up.
I'm good.
You good?
I mean, here's my thing. Yeah, I will say it doesn't look good, and it really looks like they falling apart at the seams, like the Titanic. Like, everybody jumping overboard and getting in the rafts. But I just started thinking about, I remember last year, everybody was like, Lakers ain't gonna win it. It's all about the Clippers. Everybody's picking the Clippers to come out the West, and everybody's putting the Lakers down. And, your boy, Kansas City, Jason Whitlock, he was, I did that for you. He was like, LeBron ain't serious. He out in Hollywood, and, he about making them movies. He ain't trying to win.
I mean, it is a distraction.
Then, what I'm saying? It is. Then Colin Cowherd, he was all, LeBron, he's not going to win. It's all about L.A. and Kawhi and all them out there.
Look, I don't pay attention to them foolish fools half the time. I actually haven't really watched him in a few weeks.
Right.
But this is why I'm panicked. This is not the East that LeBron used to dominate.
Well, this was last year, and it was all when they was picking the West.
The
Lakers. The Clippers.
But I'm talking about right now.
Okay.
This is not the East that LeBron was dominating for 14, 15 plus years.
Right.
This is not that same conference where you really don't have any idea of who's going to come out of this conference. It's too many good teams in this Western Conference. Now I can understand that the Lakers were losing to great teams. They lost to the Washington Wizards. Pretty much just lost to Bradley Beal. You know what I'm saying? And then you follow it up by getting literally just ran out the gym by the Utah Jazz.
True.
Now the Utah Jazz are the best team in basketball right now.
That's not a bad team.
No, that's not a bad team to lose, but they wasn't even in that joint. You know what I'm saying?
They got blown out.
They wasn't even in that joint. Bruh. So I was recording last night. And Melvin Wall, shout out to the Man Down podcast.
I saw y'all.
Yeah, he came in and
mid roll over.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh, that nigga Melvin on there.
Man, I'm talking about, man, he gave me the blues. Oh, they getting smacked, getting smoked. Yeah, they were. And, me and him had a good conversation. But my thing is this is why I'm panicked. LeBron is 36.
Right.
Expecting him to just hold down a team when pretty much the other half that was helping him be a great team is gone. He's literally have to take at least almost 80% of the production now.
Right. That's true.
There's no other really players, and I keep seeing everybody talking about Dennis Schroeder wasn't playing. Since when in Dennis Schroeder's NBA career has he ever been a person that could be considered a person to rely on to hold a franchise down and be like productive like that? Since when? You know what I'm saying? Like, stop the nonsense. It's LeBron and AD. That's the key to the Lakers' victories and championships. LeBron and AD.
I just think that LeBron is going to find a way to turn it on during the playoffs.
That's playoffs, but I'm talking about it's not going to do no good if they stumble and in the West.
I can't see them not making it.
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying like that road just got a shit ton harder.
Yeah, it's going to be a little harder for them because you're going to have a lot of teams on top of you.
Bro, the Jazz,
the Clippers,
Suns,
right now in Utah. Who else?
Golden State.
Worry about
No. I'm just saying, like, even because you talking about the standings right now, there's 8 teams in the West that have over 500 records, and literally, if you put them in the East, they're like a 4th or 5th seed,
right?
Because the East, half their seeds are still under 500, but they would be in playoff contention. So I'm saying that to me, it's too many great teams in the West to just think that LeBron's going to be able to just hold them over for a month, maybe 2 months, depending on how AD's out. The key is AD and LeBron to championships and victories in LA, period.
I agree.
I don't care if they got Montrezl Harrell, he's a 6-man in here. Who cares? All that means to me, if you being a 6-man, is that you were never good enough to be the other 150 guys in front of you on 30 teams, 5 starters, but you're the best to come off the bench. That's all that means to me. Ain't don't give a damn about no damn 6-man award. That means you're the 151st best player in the league this year. Good job for you. You're not a starter. You trying to hear that shit? Like, come on.
Don't put down the 6-man. Don't put down the 6-man. 6-man is always important.
Yeah, the 151st greatest guy in the NBA. That's what that award is. Break it down.
Look at it like 30 teams, look at it like this. 5
starters, and you're not starting on either one of them.
I think the 6-man is, if you have a great 6-man, that's important to your team. You look, I always go back to the Bad Boys when they had Vinnie Johnson. Vinnie Johnson come off that bench and hit them quick points. Sometimes it gave the team a spark.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying. So they played a very important role on the team. However, if you know what I'm saying, you got to look at the other elements when we talk about the Lakers. You know, Kuzma, he ain't stepping up.
Man, come on.
You know, they was hyping him up.
He said, I wanted this moment to step up.
They was hyping him up at the beginning of the year, and now like he went somewhere and hid.
Yo, I think what's really got me panicked is that everybody else needs to realize, besides LeBron on that team, is they have to step up. Right. It's too many great teams. I'm telling you, Utah's starting to pull away from them. Mm-hmm. The Clippers just passed them. They're gonna start pulling away. Mm-hmm. They keep skidding like this. Phoenix is right behind them.
Yeah, Phoenix is right there.
You know, Portland's not a bad team. Dame Lillard's still holding it down.
Dame the man.
I mean, San Antonio, I don't know how they keep sticking around, but that's Popovich's theory right there. Denver, I like Denver. Jamal Murray, and Jokic.
Right. I like Denver.
I like Denver. I like how they got a big man that can play the whole court.
Right.
Like Jokic could post up. He can shoot the three. Yo, his passing is just as nuts. Then Jamal Murray goes off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then Golden State right there, sitting in the 8th seed. You know, don't you ever sleep on that bad man Stephen Curry. That boy get the shooting.
Yeah, he lights out when he shoot.
Come on, man. Draymond still does his thing. You know, Wiseman's coming around as a rook. Hey, don't you sleep on. And then Dallas, I'm not too scared of them.
Dallas,
But I'm saying they at 500.
Right.
Lakers you ain't got time to try to figure out what you got. You should have known what you had on the squad when you put it together.
I mean, it's like we mentioned before in a lot of shows about chemistry and stuff like that. And when you used to working, you know, with AD in that lineup, and then he goes out with their structure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a big blow to that team.
I'm just
And it may just take a minute to figure out how to work that around. I mean, you know, it's 5 games.
It may be 5 games, but you talking about him being out a month, possibly more.
Right.
Here's my thing.
Okay, if they go on a 10-game winning streak, is the 5 games insignificant?
It depends on how the seedings look. Like, what if Cats is literally like shot past them?
Okay, I'm talking about from now. Where
Oh, you talking about from right now?
And they go on a 10-game winning streak.
Oh, then I mean, they're
I mean, what's the odds of 5 or 6 teams going on a 10-game winning streak?
No,
You know what I'm saying?
I
That's what I'm saying. So like they going on a
Somebody
10
gotta
game,
lose.
right? Somebody got to lose. So they go on a 10-game winning streak, and now the 5 games are insignificant.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
But damn it, they gotta win first. These jokers don't look like. I mean, okay, you lose to the Jazz. I get that. Best team in basketball right now.
okay,
But you lose to the Wizards. But then you struggled so bad that you had to go to overtime just to lose to the Wizards.
right.
I mean, what are we doing? The Heat, I give the Heat credit. They're starting to get a little bit healthier, which was kind of the reason for their slow start in the beginning. But I mean, Caruso open shot.
Yeah,
Stop playing, LeBron. Take the damn last shot.
there you go with that again.
Now, okay, you lose to the Nets. I get that. But
I'm just like I said. I'm gonna say they gonna be all right. I just feel they're gonna be all right.
that's a lot to ask to put that on Brian to hold that team together. And this ain't the East no more. This is top notch teams. This is literally like murky water territory right now.
I agree. I mean, it's a little harder over in the West because you got a lot. The competition is a lot greater. It's better.
It is.
You know, it's different competition. I don't know if I should pause there, but I'm gonna pause anyway. Just in case.
Just in case.
You never know. It's like, you know what I'm saying? The competition is great on the West. So I understand that from that standpoint versus when you over on the East. So you can kind of skate a little bit because you can go ahead and ease into the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know, however, I just believe that he gonna find I think he just playing possum. He trying to he older. He can't go work all them minutes like he used to.
But that's why I'm worried.
He might be trying to save himself.
Who's getting buckets on that squad? Is everybody paying attention to the NBA? 100 points gets you probably a loss now.
100 points get you a L.
So what? LeBron going Oscar Robertson and go nuts? he gonna turn into damn Will Chamberlain and put up the 100
right
on the paper? Is that what he's gonna do?
I spot y'all 100. Can y'all give me 20?
But that's what I'm saying. Like 100 points get you a loss now.
I don't know.
LeBron's not scoring 100 points.
Here's what I say, and I said this before. Only thing I would say for the Lakers is that they should have went out and got them another player. All they needed just one more key player.
I mean, we said that a million times.
You know what I'm saying? The plug into
they not listening to
plug
us.
into there.
They're not listening
You know,
to us.
if you look at break down all the teams.
But now,
look at the Nets.
But I bet you now with this injury, that's what's going to make them hurry up and go get another person.
I would as soon as I found out about the injury. Before
I've been on the phone.
I've been on the phone. Hey man, let me.
I'm telling. I don't mind Andre Drummond.
And Andre Drummond would have been good if they could have taught Bradley Beal out of go ahead and stop playing, man. Come on over here. What are you playing? You know you don't like it over there. Nobody like Russell Westbrook. Man. Nobody like that nigga. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to play it out. We don't like him. Come on over here.
Look, if you're not gonna get the ball enough, at least come over here and get a championship and do it.
Let me tell you something. we don't like this nigga so much. We put him on a whole other side of the dang country. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, I don't know, man. I'm worried.
I don't worry about it. But the All-Star game is coming up.
Yeah, March 7th.
Yep. That's gonna be odd. Cause I'm used to seeing it in February.
Yeah, around usually around Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I remember it. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so the All-Star game coming up, and what about who's the players you think that got snubbed that should have been in the All-Star game?
Well, I mean, unfortunately for my man Devin Booker, he originally got snubbed, but thanks to AD, he in there like swimwear. But I mean, that'd have been my pick.
Right.
Because my thing is, like, I get how the West is so talented with guards. I get that. But not to give this man his shine.
Yeah.
Like, just the way he's balling.
When he's playing, he should have been in it. He should have been a pick.
Yeah, so I said it on last night.
He didn't have to be his pick as a starter. They could at least picked him in there.
So I said last night on the show, Late Night Owl edition, that Devin Booker is as important to the Phoenix Suns as Dame Lillard is to the Trailblazers.
Okay.
And I think that's a fair assessment.
I can say that. I can go with that. I mean,
take Booker off that team. What's Phoenix doing? And don't get me twisted. I do love what Chris Paul brings to that team.
But Chris Paul is like.
But I'm saying that's been Booker's team since he got in the league.
I think Chris Paul is what helps him to kind of guide them. You know what I'm saying? He guides the team.
He's a safety net.
He's like, all right, look, this what we need to do. You got that veteran experience. You know what I'm saying? So he's kind of keeping them together, keeping their mind where they need to be. But Booker is the driving force. Mm-hmm. You know, and I think that's a fair assessment what you said.
Booker's the vessel, and Chris Paul, CP3 is almost like the fuel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So like kind of like you said, like the driving force beyond that. Because like, and it's, I don't know how DeAndre Ayton just kind of miraculously just kind of finally start living up to that #1 overall pick. He's always shown flashes.
Right.
But I guess maybe he feels this year it might be that year that, you might like make a little noise, cause a little ruckus in this motherfucker. You feel me?
Ruckus.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say Phoenix is a championship caliber team. I'm not going that far.
They're a playoff team though.
Definitely a playoff team.
Yeah.
Especially from what like you said, like Phoenix has been the death call of NBA careers lately. You go to Phoenix, man. Oh, it's almost a wrap for you, bro.
So you can retire, right?
It's always been a team built with a whole bunch of old veterans, is about the old yellers,
right?
and a whole bunch of young cats. Half the team is first round picks, and the other half is old yellers,
right?
So,
I think my pick would be Trae Young. I think Trae Young should have got in.
Is he a reserve? I think he is. He might be a reserve, but you are saying like as a starter?
Oh, he shouldn't be. He should have been a starter.
I can't remember if he got in or not.
I mean, he on the East anyway. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the East. When you got so many teams that are below 500, like in the standings, and will be in playoff contention right now, to me that automatically tells me how.
I mean, he's still balling, even though I think they got a couple of injuries, and they didn't live up to expectations when they first started.
Yeah,
but still, he's still balling. You know, so you can't penalize him because the rest of the team ain't catching up. You know what I'm saying? I think he should have been picked on.
Yeah, but if I want like a little man to kind of hold my team, I'll just watch Stephen Curry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we on the West.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If I want to see a little man carry a team, I'll go watch Steph. Because to me, Trae Young is just nothing but a great value. Steph Curry. I said it, but it's a slight compliment in there. I mean, to be compared to Steph.
You know, you're a great value.
Yeah, he's a great value version. You know, he's what you get from Wish.
He like
Steph
like
the Amazon.
When you go into the store, it just says cornflakes.
You still get cornflakes?
Still getting cornflakes.
This ain't Frosted Flakes.
That'll be a brand name. Just cornflakes in black letters. King Vitamin.
Hey,
that nigga the King Vitamin.
Hey, he still got purchased and he's still in the grocery store. Hey, ain't that some good? Hey, people still gonna buy it.
Those fruit rings. So,
Fruit O's.
You know what I'm saying? You know when niggas got food stamps. They can name all the
Fruit O's.
They can name all the off-brand cereal. Had Wick, you get all off-brand cereal.
Oh man! So with the All-Star approaching, that's usually the times that teams either make a quick little transaction
right
before. So almost about a week away, and then they usually do sometimes a transaction right after the All-Star break, before the trade deadline. So, which team you think, Big Bruh, should make a transaction to kind of bolster their roster?
I think we already said the Lakers.
Oh yeah, that's a no-brainer.
I think the Lakers need another person in there to step up, and I think they get that one piece. You won't even have this conversation won't be had anymore.
Yeah.
But it has to be the perfect piece, like we said with I'm about to say Draymond Green, Andre Drummond. You know what I'm saying? I think Drummond would be a good piece.
He's
but
a real
I don't
protector.
know. Here's the thing.
He's a rebounder.
I think he'd be a good piece, but I think their problem is they need someone that's gonna score.
Yes, but
you think about it.
But they also lost size with AD.
They did.
That's what I'm saying.
They did.
Marc Gasol is nowhere near the same Marc Gasol that was killing it in Toronto, killing it in Memphis. That's not the same Marc Gasol.
He the Ben Roethlisberger of the Lakers.
You used to be the man. Now you just a wanderer. Used to be the man.
Right.
Now you just a wanderer. That's actually a fair assessment. All bullshit aside, that's actually a fair assessment. I mean, Andre Drummond to me would make the perfect sense. Mm-hmm. I know
I like him. I cut job. I like him better with the Warriors.
You like him better with the Warriors? I wouldn't. Yes, I can't doubt that, because especially when you got a team that shoots threes, you get a rebounder like Andre Drummond, that second chance points. Even if he gets doubled trying to make the rebound,
right?
Kicking it out is not a bad thing as well.
Van said Gasol is whack, wickedy whack,
wickedy whack.
I agree, but here's the thing, and I know we mentioned
they should have kept JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard. I don't know why they got with it.
I mean, Howard has still got you that size. He can get you some blocks. He can get you a couple points.
So to Melvin Wall's credit, he brought up something with the transactions. Think about it. So Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball,
right.
Julius Randle, former Lakers that the Lakers took high in the draft,
right?
And they're no longer with the team. So I mean, I'd have been okay without Lonzo Ball. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not sold on Lonzo Ball.
That nigga's shooting like
now. Julius Randle, the same stuff he was doing in New York, he was doing in L.A.
What's my man name? Had that ugly shot. Oh, God.
I can't remember. It's a whole bunch of
his face is. I mean, I can see his face and everything. Anyway, it'll come to me.
I think if if you would have kept Julius Randle, because I think he was showing flashes when he was with the Lakers.
Right.
Then he had the leg injury, and I get that. And then, but they shipped him off to I think it was New Orleans. He was part of that original AD trade. I can't remember.
He in New York now.
Yeah, but I'm saying he's in Knickerbocker right now. But I'd have been great. To me, it'd have been great. They would have kept him,
Right.
Because he was still young.
Right.
Brandon Ingram, of course, he's having a resurrection of his career in New Orleans. You know, who would have said it'd been nice if he would have had that same production right now? I mean, of course, you probably don't get him because if you get AD, but you know, just some of the transactional moves that the Lakers have done sometimes to me is what sometimes can drive me crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It said,
Should've
Ben
kept
said the
yours,
Lakers
man.
sold the house for a ship.
yeah.
That's true though.
I mean, you give up all your stuff.
So to Van's point, all right. So now you at this point now. Now what do you do? And I still go back to, I think they offered Bill the right thing. He would have came to the Lakers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, think about it. He in DC. DC is a great city. Lots of doing DC,
Expensive
but it's
as
not
hell.
LA.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not La La Land.
It's not LA.
Not
And
La La
you know,
Land.
you show him just LA.
Yeah.
And say, man, you know, you out here LA, man, so much opportunity out here. You know, we gonna give you a bag to come out here, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, you gonna get a championship. You sell them on that, and no one like Russell Westbrook anyway, nigga. Come on.
I think Boogie Cousins should go to Boston.
Okay. All right.
Because I think what they're missing right now is they need a little bit of personality to not a. I mean, of course, Boogie is a dominant personality, but I'm saying like that his personality translates.
But see,
to
I think
to
his
the court.
personality is dominant, but I don't think he's not a team player.
No. I'm saying he's a
Yeah.
great team player, but that's what I'm saying. His dominance trans over to the court. Like
Okay.
Boogie's he
Like,
gets
what's the name?
he gets
Getting
busy
farts on
in the
everything.
post.
Dang, what's his name?
He gets busy in the post.
Used to play for Cincinnati.
Kenyon Martin,
Yeah, he reminded me of a
Yeah.
Kenyon Martin.
No, maybe not to that degree, but
Yeah.
I get what you're saying
Yeah,
comparison
yeah,
wise.
yeah.
But I mean, because what's going on with Boston is I don't know what the hell's going on. Kimba is just that's not even the guy who looked like deserved max money 2 years ago.
Oh no, he just a shell of himself, man.
Since he's gotten to Boston, he's just been kind of real, real stagnant.
I seen flashes of that before he got there.
I mean, it's still Kimba, but I'm saying like, where's the killer at that was in Charlotte? Wasting all his talent for those many
He
years.
left that with LaMelo.
Where's the Big East killer in Kimba Walker? Remember he used to kill the Big East in the Big East
he
tournaments,
did.
man.
He said, Vin said Boogie should go to the Clippers because they don't have any character that have Kawhi. Oh yeah, you're right. That has Kawhi. They don't have any character. They have Kawhi personality, which is cool because Kawhi, you be like,
Yeah.
time to make the donuts.
What? Time to make the-
You know that nigga laugh. That nigga laugh.
Oh, good. Oh, not.
Yeah, that nigga laugh, boy. Time to make the donuts. That nigga sound like a killer. Trust that nigga.
Oh, goodness.
But yeah, I think, and that's a good point. I could see him. I could see him with the Clippers too. I
mean, yeah. Because that fits that real rough and rugged little,
I think what's gonna kick it off.
little kind of persona they're looking for.
Once Drummond goes somewhere.
You think he's the first domino?
Huh?
I
Yeah,
think
I think Drummond will be the first
domino.
dime. I said once Drummond goes somewhere, you're gonna start seeing little pieces.
Blake Griffin's in there too.
Nobody want that nigga.
I
mean, he's not. All right, here's my thing. I always felt this way about Blake. Blake was never a person you build a team around. He was a good piece on your team, but I never felt he was someone you should build a team around. I just always felt that way about Blake.
I mean, if you really
And
look,
then by the time he got to the Pistons, he was already a shadow of who he was anyway.
I mean, let's look at Lob City right now. To me, that all revolved around CP3.
Right.
Like, you know, all the dunks, but all that opening stuff, DeAndre Jordan and damn Blake Griffin benefited from having a point guard.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You take CP3 out of that, Lob City don't even damn exist.
Now, DeAndre Jordan, he a shadow of who he used to be. He looked like Mehmet Okur or somebody.
See, but that was another thing that I saw a lot of people were mad about with the Harden trade is you gave up your best divas and Jared Allen just to get him.
Right.
So it's like, why not, you know, find a way to keep Jared Allen and move off of DeAndre Jordan. You know what I'm saying? And then you could probably been in that situation right now where you could pick up a Boogie or you could pick up an Andre Drummond.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And or shit, take another big guy that's not doing so hot. See what because I think what Dwight Howard went to Washington.
I don't remember.
I can't remember where he went to when he signed the contract, but you know, I would have put my if I was Brooklyn, I wouldn't have went a different route instead of trying to get rid of Jared Allen.
Right.
You know, that's your best rim protector. I didn't get that. You give up best defense to get offense, which I understand.
Because I guess their thinking is since now the league is such an offense.
Yeah, and I get that.
And, you know, we can outscore anybody now. But you know,
he went to Philly. I forgot.
Philly, okay. Yeah. So that might be. I mean, that might be behind their thinking.
Philly looks good too.
Oh, Philly. Yeah, Philly look good, but I'm not sure if Philly can hold on.
They got a lot of big men. I don't know if they got enough guard play.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like they got a funny structure in Philly, how they build. You know, and I don't know if how that's going to look.
Ben Simmons is your guard.
Right. How that's going to work in the playoffs. See, that's the biggest thing. It's like
where their offense is going to come from.
You know what I'm saying? You have, the regular season, it's like 2 seasons there. The regular season is the playoffs.
Yeah.
And so that goes back to my thing about the Lakers. That's why I'm not worried about the Lakers. Because I think when playoffs come, they going into that second season.
I'm just worried about the seating, man. I don't want them to get too far back. I'm worried about it.
And then hopefully by then AD will be back too.
Yeah, but damn it, that frail ass big jolly green giant frail ass motherfucker.
That nigga better get some bionic legs.
Nah, he
with that nigga like Steve Austin.
That boy. Give me hell yeah. I'm just saying, like, that dude got them thin little chicken legs on that big frame. Like, come on, man.
What do about that, man?
Shit, they used to talk about KD being a Slim Reaper and shit. Damn, AD ain't too far from man.
Too far from.
AD and KD, both the slim grippers with Slim Jim ass. Oh yeah.
But I see that switching gears.
Yeah.
Big Ben in Pittsburgh.
And they gonna run it back.
What you think about that?
Man, come on, man. I went off on that the other day. On the late night because my thing is like, you know, this nostalgia shit is going to be the detriment of your team,
right? Because
it's like we understand what Big Ben used to do, what he used to be, how he helped bring 2 championships to the city of Pittsburgh. We get it. We get all the sentimental value that comes with it. Blah, blah, blah. He has a sandwich named after him at a restaurant, blah, blah, blah. Let it go. Because I don't care. Sometimes, and this is what I can't stand about certain people's stats, sometimes they don't tell the whole truth about the whole scenario. So, yeah, he threw for 5,000 yards 3 years ago, but then he missed all of the year after that.
Right.
In this past season, and just everybody take it to eyeballs and look what you see. He's going to give that defense every opportunity to get an interception because he's not throwing it with the same velocity and he's not being as accurate as he was that we are accustomed to with Big Ben. And not only that, he's not shaking defenders off of him like we seen.
No, he's not doing that.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say that this is my assessment of the situation. first and foremost, I said they should have got rid of him a couple years ago. I don't think you should wait. I mean, much you talk about Belichick, one thing I do like about Belichick, he starts seeing decline.
Yeah,
he get rid of you, and it's a bit. It's
a
business.
Know when to hold
Right.
know when to fold them, know when to trade them,
Right.
know when to release them.
So I think
That boy be like,
when it came to
Ben,
Ben, they didn't have any backup plan. You know, they didn't sign like a good veteran behind them. They didn't draft anybody. You know, when we got to like 3 years ago, they should have, at the very least, they should have been drafted.
Starting.
They should have drafted somebody.
now he's 39, about to be 40.
Right, they should have drafted somebody. Tom Brady messing y'all up. Because these other quarterbacks say, well, Tom can do it. You not Tom Brady.
No,
You know what I'm saying? You not going to make it to 42, 43, 44. You know, and you have to be real with yourself. Now, having said that.
he was already talking about retiring.
Right. Now, having said that.
You should have set that ass down.
And when he did that, Pittsburgh didn't do anything.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
they made no moves.
No moves or nothing. But here's my thing. Having said that, maybe what I think Pittsburgh might have looked at, they may have looked at where they seated at in the draft, what's out there, and say, you know what, maybe our best bet, get a discount on Ben, run with him one more year. Maybe we can find somebody in the draft to put behind him, like rookie wise, and with the money that we got discount on Ben, put some pieces in there.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Just run with that for this year, and that's something we can build on. Not necessarily going to a Super Bowl this year or whatever, but we can build on that. So put some pieces around it we can build on. I think so. Like for having said that, you don't need to get J.J. Watt.
no.
You know,
First of all, these
you're not
cats.
going to the Super Bowl.
First of all, these cats are 30 mil over the cap.
Right. I'm just saying.
And so one. Now I get they want to do all this kumbaya, we love each other little
Right.
situation
Right.
with Ben and in the front office, but both of them they've already come to the realization that Ben can't come back at 41.2 million.
Oh, I already know that.
So I don't know what his number would he think that he should get, but bruh, I told you last week, 20 million
Ben
tops.
still got to pay off that rape charge.
20 million tops. I'd be like, look, thank you. I'm only going 20 million because it's sentimental, because I like you. But that's
it.
a dime over. You got to go. But I mean, look what they done. Mason Rudolph still got in the building.
Right.
Duck Hodges, Devlin Hodges still got in the building. Josh Dobbs, and then
Mason Rudolph is not. He's not the answer.
No, and I don't need him to be, but you got and then Dwayne Haskins. So you got 4 quarterbacks that have all had multiple games, like literally multiple games in the NFL within the last 3 years. Use one of them as a bridge quarterback. I'm just saying, this is like let go, let the sentimental shit go, because like you said, I'm agreeing with you. They're not Super Bowl built right now. Their defense is good, but what was their downfall last year? Their linebacker core, pretty much the whole core got injured,
right?
And then that wasn't the same defense anymore. And then you trying to ask that offense to be the catalyst and carry the whole team when it can't even have no running game. They just want to chuck the ball all over the field.
So they're gonna have to. I mean, that's one thing they're gonna have to do this year too, is address the running game. Especially if you're going to keep Ben.
Yeah.
You're going to keep Ben. You like to address the running game because he ain't not going to be able to pass all over the field.
No.
So you're going to need a running game. But I think, for me, Pittsburgh's best bet is once you get them on in and out discount, you put pieces around Ben. Well, pieces on a team. Let's take Ben out the equation.
Yes.
Ben is just a placeholder.
That was my next point.
Ben is just a placeholder. You know what I'm saying?
I think you're going exactly what I'm thinking.
He may be your best bet right now, because you look at they're not gonna get Deshaun.
And they ain't winning no Super Bowl.
I'm just saying. I ain't even advocating for that. You know what I'm saying? That's like putting the cart before the horse. That's not gonna happen. But I'm saying, if you assessing the team and looking at it right now, you know Super Bowl is probably out of this question. I mean, I think the last time I seen the odds, they 155 to 7 or something like that. I can't remember what it was. But anyway, so since that's not in the equation. You're not getting Deshaun Watson.
No.
The next available quarterback is what? Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold.
He's not your answer.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, plugging Sam Darnold in, you know what I'm saying, instead of being. Hold on, let me finish.
No, hold on. I don't want to shit on Sam Darnold.
Oh, I'm not. What's the matter?
No.
On it.
But anyway, Sam Darnold needs a fair shake first.
Okay.
Let's see what happens when he gets away from Adam Gase.
Okay.
I mean, look what Tannehill did. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying Tannehill is the best quarterback in the league, but he did show improvement once he got the hell away from Adam Gase.
Right.
He was stuck with him in Miami. Then he got then once Gase left, and then he went to Tennessee. That's a different quarterback.
A whole different quarterback.
Let's give Sam Darnold. Let's give him his chance.
Right.
Let him prove himself first.
Right. But here's my thing.
But I'm with you. Pittsburgh. They're not going to
Pittsburgh. He's not even the answer for Pittsburgh. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I think somewhere else he may be, but but I ain't gonna get on Sam Darnold. That's a whole nother discussion. But what I want to finish with Pittsburgh, what I want to say is too. So those two are out of the question. Mm-hmm. Who's left? So I'm saying, who's left? So it's either A, you go out and get a draft somebody in the draft, where they picking most of the top quarterbacks gonna be gone.
Yeah.
So
they're not gonna get a sniff at Zach Wilson.
Right.
They're not gonna get a sniff at Josh Fields.
So your next best
damn sure ain't getting no Trevor Lawrence.
Right. So your next best bet is a project quarterback. Someone in a late round where you can bring them in. They have some potential. May need to work on their footwork. Maybe need to work on some other things.
No diss to your theory, but why get a project? You got a 23-year-old Dwayne Haskins in your building. Why not make?
Maybe they don't trust what they see in Dwayne Haskins.
Then why sign him?
I mean, they may trust him as if Ben go down and we got him, but not trust him as the answer. So I'm saying. So what I'm saying is that Ben may think Ben is their best option. Well, now we agree with that. They may assess it that way and say Ben is our best option. Now, we know we ain't going to win on Super Bowl, so let's start building now for the future. So we discount him, take some of that money, bring some players in.
Yeah.
Ben can sit down and start, schooling some of the quarterbacks under him, teach them some stuff. So now, if you bring in a project quarterback off from the draft, or even develop Dwayne Haskins, one of the two, or both.
Yeah.
So think about this. Say he take Dwayne Haskins out of his tutelage, and plus they got a quarterback in the draft, and if Dwayne Haskins pick up, and Ben goes next year, Ben's gone. Haskins is your starter, and he does pretty good. And you have another quarterback that learned from Ben and still learning. You back in the driver's seat. You got a good defense. If you get some pieces this year, and plus whatever you do next year, you ain't talking about Pittsburgh. No, you're talking about Pittsburgh back in that conversation, going to the playoffs, maybe possibly a Super Bowl contender.
Yeah.
So that's maybe how they thinking.
Let that joke go. Lamar Wallace GM will let that sucker go. I'm telling you, if we having this conversation trying to restructure this contract, I'm lowballing at 16. My highest is 20. Don't even go a damn dime over 20 million. You got to go, Big Ben. Because I'm just saying, because there's no diss to your theories. Because I think you brought up some valid points. You definitely got to allocate some of that money, restructure it, and put it towards, like, they got to take care of that center position when Marquise Pouncey retired. That's huge,
right?
So if they don't properly address that properly. So you don't patch that hole up properly. Mm-hmm. Big Ben is not moving like that no more. He's gonna get blasted all season.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I just think they got far important holes to plug up, and I don't see what's wrong with letting one of these young cats that they got in the building. Mm-hmm. They've all been around Ben. They've had to learn something. They've all got some kind of play experience in the NFL.
Okay.
Let Ben go. You got 4 bridge quarterbacks in your building right now, because that's where you're at. There's no difference between them losing with one of those 4 and losing with Big Ben. What's the difference?
You losing with a bigger name.
Oh, but you get what I'm saying. What
Right.
they fucking do?
I'm just saying. I just think that's
Save the money, but fix your other problems, and you're gonna lose regardless. You got to first of all, you got to manage to get out the AFC North.
yes.
That means you got to fend off Baltimore twice. You got to fend off a Cleveland that just went to the playoffs. Mm-hmm. You got to face them twice. You got to get past
Cincinnati.
Tennessee.
Cincinnati,
Yeah, they beat them.
back?
Yeah, they beat them. But I'm saying you got to get past Tennessee. You better hope you don't see Buffalo.
Right.
Better hope you don't see Kansas City.
Right.
There's too many.
I mean, there's a long road. I mean, there's a tough road for them.
Yes.
It's a tough road for them.
And not to mention, it gets tougher. So the strength of schedule was kind of calculating everything.
Right.
You know who got the toughest schedule?
Who that?
Pittsburgh. So you compile all this stuff together. First you got a tough schedule with the AFC because you're going to see the number 1 seed. So you're going to see Kansas City.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to see Tennessee. Mm-hmm. They won the South.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to see the East. So they're going to see Buffalo. They're going to see Miami. We just said how tough the AFC North is. Like, there's no damn gimme in none of this shit.
We got a question. So Tim said, where do you see J.J. Watt going?
He wants to go to a winner.
I like to see him in Buffalo. Buffalo needs someone on that defensive line.
I
mean, they didn't have no pass rush in the playoffs at all.
Now, me personally, I would like to see him go to the NFC because I don't want him.
I mean, well, for you, yeah. I'm just saying in general.
If he's gonna stay in the AFC, if he ain't in red and gold, I don't want to go on to the NFC, bro.
But in general, I think Buffalo would be a good spot for him. I think Tampa Bay would be a good spot for him.
Yeah, because I mean, there's no guarantee they're gonna get Shaq Barrett back.
Right. So if they can't keep all them people on the contract.
Chris Jones allowed me to 4 of them in Kansas City.
You know
So I would love to play with JJ.
So,
I mean, his criteria was he wants to go to a team that's built to win a championship now.
KC would be nice for him. You know what I'm saying? They could use some help on that defensive line.
Yeah. Because Frank Clark need to restructure his contract.
Because here's the thing:
at 5 years,
here's the thing. He has to go
$20 million a year.
He has to go to a team that he's not gonna play a bunch of minutes. Maybe he a third down type
pass rush situation.
Recommend third down. Well, they got to pin their ears back and rush. Maybe a 2nd and 20. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna put a lot of pressure on there. So he needs to go somewhere like that where he's not the dominant player.
No, he needs to be a high name role player, and right. I think that's where I don't know if he's come to grips with that.
I think he has.
Yeah.
I think he has. So I think that's some of the places like I said, I think Buffalo will be nice because of the fact Buffalo's still a contender.
Yeah.
And one of the things that hurt them is they couldn't put any pressure on teams.
Yeah.
And so I think having him there and maybe get somebody in the draft, that'll help Buffalo. Mm-hmm. And I think the NFL is a better product when teams like Buffalo and even the Jets and stuff like that start to win.
Yeah. I mean, JJ is gonna automatically improve a defense no matter wherever he goes.
Right. Why am I not getting that? I'm listening. Go ahead.
I don't think it makes sense for him to go to Pittsburgh to have this little another sentimental value in fucking Pittsburgh, go playing with his brothers and shit.
Right.
Because they're not built to win a Super Bowl right now. They're just not. You know, that whole 11-0 start was a whole bunch of tomfoolery because nobody really saw the opponents that they were playing, and they downplayed damn near to all of them.
Right.
But I think J.J. Watt needs to go somewhere that's going to run a 4-3 defense, help him, because playing a lot of 3-4, which he did in Houston, helped him, but it kind of killed his body because he was seeing double team every play. You get in a 4-3 defense that gives two big Molly up there D tackles going to garner at least three offensive linemen.
Right.
That leaves him on a single island, 1-on-1, me versus you versus a right tackle or left tackle. Let's go.
Right.
I'll put my money on J.J. Watt more times than not that he's going to win that battle.
I agree.
So, you know, to me, it's scheme wise and actually built to win a championship. And Pittsburgh, to me, it's not on that list. So don't go to Pittsburgh.
Don't go to Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Now I will say this.
Yeah, I don't think you should go to Pittsburgh.
So take a guess who has the easiest schedule and the number 2 easiest schedule. Just take a guess.
Kansas City and Tampa Bay.
You got one of them right.
What, Kansas City?
Tampa Bay has the second easiest schedule.
Who got the number 1 easiest schedule?
Philadelphia, which kind of helps. So for Philly having the easiest schedule, it gives Jalen Hurts an opportunity to kind of get into the flow.
Right.
I'm not saying that they're just gonna walk through their whole 16-game schedule, but when you have an easier schedule, it gives you a chance to
get in the flow.
Yes, get your mojo,
confidence together,
get my confidence right. So then when I get to those tougher games, I've played some football and I've seen some things. I've seen some kind of coverage, defensive coverages here, there, and so I'm ready to play ball. Now, one thing for Jalen Hurts, he's already, Carson Wentz is out of there, but there's still, Philadelphia still doesn't seem 100% sold on Jalen Hurts. They're not sure. They're not sure if he's the 100% answer.
And Philly's
a mess right now.
They're a soap opera.
Boom, boom, boom,
Right.
boom, 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 boom. The days of our lives, starring the Philadelphia Eagles. You want to be a quarterback here? Don't think about it. You a Super Bowl winning coach over here? 5 years later, your ass is up out of here. This is the days of our lives. The Philadelphia Eagles. I'm telling you, it's hard being in the Philadelphia Eagles uniform, being in that organization, bro.
They got a quarterback. They still probably gonna go out and draft one of them 6th pick.
They did it with Carson Wentz. They picked up Jalen Hurts in the 2nd round. To me, if you pick up a quarterback in the 1st or 2nd round,
you telling me something.
You telling me a lot. Oh, we don't know about what the fuck we got in the building. Let's go get a guy.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
And they liable to do that this year.
Bro, I wouldn't put it past them.
Here's my thing. It's time. We're going to move on to the next one after this one. But
yeah.
Here's my thing about this, about Philly. You need so many pieces.
A whole bunch.
I would not waste my 6th pick on a quarterback. If I'm going to get a quarterback, it's going to be late in the round. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to fill some of the major holes I need now. And just work with what you got.
I think Trey Lance might go there.
Who?
Trey Lance.
He may. I hope not.
I hope not.
But I think you give Jalen Hurts.
Give him the opportunity.
Give him an opportunity. Give him a full year. You can really evaluate him, see what you have.
You got to.
And if it don't work out, then it don't work out. You know what I'm saying? That's the NFL.
It's NFL.
But put some pieces around him.
Man,
Get the line. Gonna give him a good line.
help them out.
You know,
I swear I said that either on the daytime show or the late night. I was like, yo, I got a bad feeling they not gonna do Jalen Hurts no kind of justice.
They not.
They just gonna you can run, you can get out of it.
Right,
We're not gonna build the online.
Yeah, we need that for just run. Use those legs. God gave you those legs. Use them.
Anyway, I think we come to that time in this show
Oh yeah.
that we gotta get some shit off our chest.
Holla at your boy! Say it with your chest, little ass nigga.
America's favorite segment. Get it off your chest.
Get off your chest.
So mine's going to be real quick. So Major League Baseball has been lacking on ratings as in major sports amongst the major four. NHL, NFL, NBA, MLB. But look, MLB is doing themselves no favors trying to get viewership. Within the last 2 months, so this last week, Seattle Mariners former CEO, Kevin Mather, resigned because he literally went on a Zoom call saying all kind of stupid stuff, talking about how, they can't speak proper English, blah, 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 waste of money. And he's talking about players in his baseball system.
Wow.
Makes no sense. Then, the New York Mets fired their GM, Jared Porter, who, a story came out that he was sexually harassing a female and, sending her, little dick pics and shit like that. And I don't know how this didn't get discovered in the interview process. Then their hitting coach, Ryan Ellis, got fired because 3 women came down and said he was sexually harassing them. Then Mickey Callaway, who was a former manager of the Mets, and then was at Anaheim Angels as a pitching coach, he's getting accusations of sexual harassment. So they are not doing themselves no favor,
right?
Because these cats have been in major league franchises for numerous years, and the behavior hasn't been addressed. It hasn't been stopped, and they're moving to different teams, and these cats are literally just being just legit perverts. And now that all the the trouble stuff is coming to light, y'all not doing nothing about it.
Right.
What are you hold your people who's supposed to be, because all these are managers and front office people. If the managers and the front office people who usually at the top of the organization are behaving like this, I'm scared to find out how the actual athletes in Major League Baseball are behaving themselves.
Right.
The whole hierarchy of MLB is tainted right now, and you're not doing yourself no favors by having this mess and not taking care of the issues. MLB, tighten up.
Tighten up.
You need all the help you can to get viewership, especially with women. That's how the NFL literally got popular. They got women involved.
It's a lot of women that watch football. A lot.
Women ain't gonna get involved knowing that all y'all dudes in Major League Baseball is sexual harassers and just doing this lewd conduct. Tighten up, MLB. Done with y'all little bastards.
Say it with your chest, little ass nigga.
Got something to drop on them?
Yeah, so
Drop it like it's hot, big bro.
drop it like it's hard. Video games. We all love video games. We played them as a kid. Some of us still play them now.
Yeah, I still play Madden.
Right. I ain't played Madden. Why they give me a new system? Well, that's a whole nother discussion. And it's always been this long-standing debate over video games causing violence. As of recent, you had the shooter in El Paso, Texas, in Walmart, and I think he made a quick reference to a video game, and a lot of people were saying, "Oh, well, it's because he's playing video games and watching all this stuff in the video games, and that's why, this violence is happening." And then when you read the manifesto, you find out that he was really driven by racial hatred. He said he got tired of all these Hispanic people invading Texas. Justice, the late Justice Anthony Scalia, he wrote an argument, stating about the video game and the video game causing violence, and and he pointed out some of the things that the research didn't pan out, that video games cause violence. And a lot of people who talk about the fact that it causes violence don't even point to that research, or to that argument that Scalia had wrote. And so, he said that it doesn't show any correlation between exposure to violence, entertainment, or even violent games. There's no correlation in between those two things. He said if it is, when it shows itself in real life times, it's very minuscule. Very small. It's not really a lot of showing. And then it makes me think about a group, the PMRC. I think I'm saying right. PMRC with Tipper Gore, when they wanted to put the parental discretion labels on records, and they wanted to ban records for its lyrics and stuff like that. And you see all these groups wanting to, ban records and ban video games and stuff like that. But these same people who want to ban video games, censor our records, are they still watching boxing? Are they still watching MLB with their children?
Crickets.
Nothing? No one? Nobody? These they got the gladiators in football going toe to toe, knocking each other's head off every day.
MMA.
MMA. They in there fighting each other all the time, and a lot of these parents with their children are sitting up on the couch, drinking a beer, kids eating nachos, and they're watching these sporting events.
Watching fighting.
They're
hockey.
watching them fighting hockey. They watch them fight all these sporting events. In 1970, when Monday Night Football debuted, the NFL, that was one of the ways the NFL market football in the masses. Monday Night Football was big.
Yeah.
And I remember as watching it, it had the two helmets that smash together and explode.
Yeah.
Violence. NFL films. What they used to show.
The biggest hits.
Yeah. And people loved it.
Where
are you at? Where are you at with that? I don't hear you censoring that. Anybody? No censor? Hello?
Bueller? At your boy.
Bueller? Nobody.
Bueller.
You see all these different things happening, and no one is censoring these games. And one thing I can say, video games, for some people, is their escape. You got people. Yeah, let's start with the young people, because they really start talking about the young people when they talk about this. Some of these young people, that's their only escape is video games. The escape from the pressure of school. Some of them may not have friends, so they get lost into the fantasy of video games. Sometimes just to decompose, they get into these video games. Now, I will say there are some images in some of these games that are violent. There are some images in these games that are sexual in nature.
Yeah.
But
GTA be wild.
Right. But all that money you spend on banning football. I'm sorry. All this money you spend on banning video games and putting censors and labels and stickers on our music. You need to spend that money and time and effort on the root, which is in the home. If you teach your kid from the beginning and show them the difference between that's entertainment, this is real life, this is reality. Spend that time and effort in the home. That's where the root problem is. We won't have all this. We won't even have this issue being raised, because we know that the issue is not in the video game. The issue is not in the music.
Yeah.
Because I can go listen to a song and don't mean I want to go out and rob a bank, stick up a liquor store.
I be thinking about it though.
You know, I be thinking about because my pockets is kind of light.
My pockets is
You know
kind
what
of
I'm saying?
tight.
That's what I do with the song. I got to do something in my pockets. You know what I'm saying?
Motherfucking right. My pockets feeling kind of tight. And I'm stretched. Yo, Biggie, let me get the vest.
There you go, right. That nigga got a point there. You know what I'm saying? That nigga got a point there. You know what I'm saying? But,
Give me the loot. Give me the loot.
right. Hand it up.
Check that fool.
You know, so go boot that fool.
Him. Get him.
But you know what I'm saying? But it doesn't. I haven't. My parents taught me enough
Yeah.
and gave me enough sense to know.
I got enough ass opens in all
Right,
that
that's
sense.
That too. I got enough shoes thrown at me. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, have your mama ever like Matrix a shoe? Like had a bitch bit the corner,
Mama
bro?
hit me in the
Yeah.
ear. Mama swole all up. So yeah,
I got hit with
I
Asics, bro.
I had enough of those.
Asics.
Right.
Remember
Oh yeah.
Asics?
Oh yeah. Oh
I got
yeah.
hit with an Asics, bro.
I had enough of those whippings with them black combs. Touch it up. You know what I'm saying? To know, oh, this ain't the thing to do right here. You know what I'm saying? So it's starting at home.
Yeah. It's always starting at home.
Starting at home. So I know Tipper Gore ain't out here leading anymore, but anyone out there who want to ban our video games, censor our music, turn around and look at the kids that you have in your home.
Yeah.
And see what you're not doing for them.
What you're exposing them
And
to.
what you're exposing them to, and not teaching them the difference between entertainment
in real life.
and real life.
Say it with your chest, little ass nigga.
You said it with your chest, bro.
Player.
Player. All right, y'all. So we coming up on the end of this thing right here.
Right.
So it's been fantastic. Mm-hmm. Great show today, man. Great show today.
Great show, man. Great show.
Thanks for all the interaction out there
Van and Tim.
in the internet world. Thanks
Right.
for all the interaction. Of course, thanks again for all the support for all of I.O.W. network content
Right.
involved. L. Jeffrey Moore,
Mm-hmm.
we about to chop it up with him in a few hours.
Uh-huh.
Philip Riddick.
Right.
Of course, Lace Bub. Hope you holding your head up.
Right.
Hope you're doing good out there, sis. You know, from Wildcard Mar to the man with the Grandmaster Plan, I.O.W. Network,
What up,
Brainhead,
though?
Detroit, man. It's been a fantastic show. World, y'all be great. Y'all have a fantastic rest of your Thursday and have a happy motherfucking Friday. Peace.